What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another Dokkan battle video, and I'm gonna say, aside from this unit, called it. Called it. Let's go ahead and jump in here. So the partner unit, this is the one thing I was really wrong about. Beast Gohan does not have an orange Piccolo partner, or say partner, but like the non-Dokkan Fest unit on the banner is actually to be 18 and Krillin, which actually makes a bit of sense. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and check out the new units. Of course, we're going to start off with the Gammas. I said the Gammas would be int. They 100% are int. So that's great news. Now, let's talk about what they do. Shouts out to Gresh over on Twitter for the translations on this. I looked for a couple different translations. His, per usual, are just absolutely the best. So, superhero category, key +3, all stats 200% apparently. Super attack is raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes maximum damage to the enemy. Maximum damage to the enemy. It's not something we see often. Ultra, the use super, the 18 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the opponent, which is funny because it's another rare situation where the 12 key is actually better than the 18, but you know, it does greatly raise attack and defense, so you still do want, basically what you want on this opponent, at least as far as I've seen so far, not necessarily jumping into the passive skill yet, but right here just from the SA, I bet you're going to want additionals, because remember that greatly raises attack and defense is going to do a huge, well, at least I think it's a 30% boost to your attack power, and each subsequent 12 key is going to do another boost to that. So in essence, while the maximum damage is done on the 12 key, you still want that 18 key to get that big boost. Then every subsequent attack is just going to get stronger and stronger, and every subsequent attack, instead of being the weaker attack, is the stronger attack. So don't misunderstand what this is doing. In essence, they're giving you more of the better attack. So this is a completely cracked unit in that regard. Now, passive skill, key +3, attack and defense 125%, and when HP is 30% or above, key +3, attack and defense 125%. Okay. And to the characters who belong to the category superhero, join forces, or allies of justice, key +3 and defense, not attack, but just defense, +50%. For each int key sphere obtained, critical rate goes up by 30%. You heard me. This dude's got built-in crits. All you need is 3 int spheres. 3. That's it. That's easy. 3 int spheres, and you have 90% crit rate. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Super attack guaranteed up to 2 times. So in other words, you're gonna get your 18 key. You're guaranteed to get the 12 key, which means you are likely with your extra attack to get a third 12 key super, or I say a third super, which is gonna be 12 key, obviously. For each key sphere obtained, crit rate goes up by... Okay, so for each key sphere obtained, crit chance goes up by 12%. Always makes an additional attack and have a high chance to become a super attack up to 2 times if the character will attack 3 or more times during the battle. What? Hold on. Always makes an additional attack and has a high chance for it to become an SA up to 2 times. So that's 2 additional attacks? If the character will attack 3 or more times during battle. So in other words, if you get your, it seems like they're asking you to put in additionals, if I'm reading this right. So you're going to get, let's say for the sake of argument, you're going to get the 18 key. That's the goal here. Then you're going to get the 12 key. If your 12 key rolls for the additional attack, it seems like you get 2 additional attacks on top of that, or maybe 2 additional attacks on top of that, which is insane. That's 5 attacks. If I'm reading this right, if I'm understanding this right, attack and defense will increase 50%, and also damage reduction will increase by 30%. If I'm reading this the way I'm reading it, if you get your additional attack, if your additional attack is granted, which, remember, you get 2 rolls for that. Heads, tails, toss twice. You are going to get up to 2 additional attacks, which have a high chance to become an SA, and each one of those will increase your damage 50%. Where are they going after the 9th anniversary? Because this is insane. This is completely busted. Now, They do have a standby skill. Standby conditions can be activated when your HP is below 70% or when you attack 3 times or more during the battle. Pause. When you attack 3 or more times during battle. That means the second time they come on rotation, they're more than likely getting the standby skill. Standby for 4 turns. Each time an ally in the team attacks, the charge count increases by 1. So, similar to what we've seen in the past. So, the SA under the standby skill raises attack at 12 key, raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes maximum damage to the enemy. The 18 key greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and raises defense of the superclass allies by 50% for 1 turn. Low. What? The hell? Passive skill under the standby. Key plus 3, attack and defense 250. Just says attack and defense 250. Is this supposed to be? I think that's supposed to be 250%. Damage, because I can't see it just being a base 250. So attack and defense 250. I'm going to guess percentage. Damage reduction 50%. Attack and defense 50% when attacking. So in other words, you have to be doing an attack, but whatever. Attack and defense plus 50% for the allies who belong to the category superhero, joint forces, or allies of justice. For each int sphere obtained, attack and defense plus 50%. Base critical. So it's all. They're basically all. They become defensive. They do insane damage, but they also become defensive. Base crit rate of 30% and an additional super attack is guaranteed up to 2 times and increase the crit rate by 12% per each key share obtained. Performs an additional attack with a high chance for it to become a super attack up to 2 times. This is crazy. Standby skill. Characters, conditions to launch desperate release of energy. So in other words, when they're done charging, you can do a desperate release of energy. Effect, attack plus 100% per charge. These guys are busted. These guys are broken. What are we doing? Like, all the hardest events in the game right now are going to be a breeze with these guys. Finish effect temporarily increases attack by 100% for each charge count, deals ultimate damage to the opponent, stuns the opponent for 1 turn, and replaces with Gamma 1. So in other words, Gamma 2 is now gone. Essentially, it's like in the movie where, spoilers, Gamma 2, yeah, well, you get the idea. Gamma 1, don't want to get demonetized here. Gamma 1, Ultra Super Attack, 18 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the opponent, raises allies' defense by 50% for 2 turns. Passive skill, Entrusted Justice. Key plus 3, so this is basically after they do that, after they do the that big attack, which I have the animations for, we'll watch here in a moment. Key plus 3, attack and defense 50%, or sorry, attack and defense 150%. Damage reduction 15% in HP when HP is 30% or above. Key plus 3, attack and defense 150%. Damage reduction 15%. Attack and defense 50% when attacking. Superhero and joined forces category. Key 3. No defenders of justice this time. Interesting. Wonder if that's a mistake. Key 3 and defense 50%. And allies who belong to categories allies of justice, should have read ahead there. Guaranteed additional super attack changes randomly changes spheres to in spheres. Each in sphere obtained increases crit rate by 20% up to 100%. Obviously, you can't go above 100%. And damage reduction increases by 10% up to 50%. They are busted. Let's watch their animation here. They are completely, I think this is the right one. Is this? Nope, that is Gohan. Let's check out their animations here. Audio might be a little loud, I apologize. I mean, nuts. Completely nuts. Alright, this is going to be their standby, yeah, this looks like it's the standby skill. Or is it? No, I think this is actually the 18 key. Nope, that would definitely be the standby. Nope, here's the standby. I stand corrected. Should stop double guessing myself. Here we go. Number 2 to go. Here we go. I'm guessing this is when it's... Nope, this can't be just when it's just game of 1. Plus... Okay. Boom! Right, son! Hey. Oh, here... Okay, so here comes Gamma 2. So in other words, that whole time that Gamma 1 is attacking, Gamma 2 is charging. Kind of like we've seen with standby skip before. I don't know why I didn't see that. For great justice, take off every Gamma 2. That is nuts. That is completely insane. And we haven't even gotten to Beast Gohan yet. Let's check out Beast Gohan. So, that's the Gammas. Beast Gohan. Once again, shouts out to Goresh on Twitter for the translations. The GOAT. I say Gamma 2 the GOAT, Goresh the GOAT. Because I don't have any. I mean, if I had any talent whatsoever, I probably could translate, but I have zero talent. So, we're going to leave it up to the people with talent. Leader skill, superheroes, Bond Master and Disciple, or Miraculous Awakening category, key +3, attack and defense 170% plus an additional 30% for characters who also belong to Entrusted Will or movie heroes. Of course, they have an entrance animation. We'll see that here in a moment. Super attack, Murderous Demon Flash, greatly raises attack and defense. Greatly raises attack. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, raises defense for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage. Not a greatly raises, just a regular raises on defense. It's only 1 turn stacking though. 18 key, Ravaging Lightning Wave, greatly raises attack. Oh, greatly raises attack. That one does stack. And raises defense for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage. Okay. You know, I can actually get behind that. The nice part about raising for 4 turns is even if you put them off rotation, that means when they come back, they're still in that increased state. So that's nice. Unit super attack, Master and Student Special Beam Cannon. Conditions activates when an ally's whose name includes Piccolo, as I kind of figured that we were going to have this. I didn't think it would be a unit super attack. I kind of thought it would be like a standby, but unit super attack makes sense. Whose name includes Piccolo, Demon King, Majin Buu, excluded, is attacking in the same turn and key is 18 or higher. Effect, greatly raises attack, raises defense for 4 turns and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raises allies' chance to perform a critical hit by 20% for 1 turn. Disables enemies' actions once within that turn. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Now passive. Here we go with the Wallow text. The Beast Unit Unleash activates entrance animation once upon entry, once only, of course. Key +8. What? And chance to perform a critical hit and reduce damage received by 40% for 5 turns from the first appearance. Key +3. Attack and defense 250%, and guard activated against all attacks. So he's got guard, which I think we did talk about. Gain additional attack and defense 50% when attacking, and gain an additional chance to perform a critical hit +20% when key is 24. Okay, nice. Gain an additional defense 80% and reduce damage received by 20% when key is 24 when receiving an attack. But, I mean, you know, if key is 24 and he's not receiving an attack, obviously it doesn't count anyway. So it's kind of a redundant thing to say. Gain key +1. And I don't know why they even had to... That's redundant, though. They had to work that in there, because if he's not receiving an attack, why? Unless AoEs don't count. AoEs may not count on that. So if you're going up against, like, I don't know, the Broly's, the Cellmaxes that do AoE attacks, maybe if there's no attack happening when you're performing your attack, but later on there's an AoE attack, maybe it doesn't defend against that? That's what I'm going to guesstimate there. I don't know how that actually works, but that would make the most sense. Gain key +1 an additional per key sphere obtained. Perform an additional super attack and all allies key +3 for the turn other than this character after. Wait, what? Perform an additional super attack and allies key +3 for the turn other than this character after receiving an attack. Okay. Key +1 per attack received. Maximum key +5. In other words, he's never going to be out of key. They're trying to get you that 24. And gain an additional attack and chance to perform a critical hit +20% per attack received during the turn. Gain an additional chance to perform a critical hit and reduce damage received by 20% and allies key +2 starting from the turn in which the character has performed the 5th attack or received the 8th attack in battle, which it sounds like, once again, can happen really quickly if you have this guy built right. In other words, additionals, once again, I mean, additional is just kind of our king anymore. Like, I think early on we really put too much weight on crits. I'll be real, additionals are just the way to go anymore. Active, Gohan's confidence. Conditions can be activated from the turn after this character receives an attack once only. Really? Just receives an attack. Ability key +24, defense +158. Redirects enemies' attacks to this character. Okay, so he takes all attacks, performs a critical hit for 1 turn. All right. Okay, that's actually really interesting. So he'll basically eat every attack. I don't think we talked about links with the Gammas, but links for Gohan are all in the family, Saiyan warrior race, in fighter, shocking speed, prepare for battle, fierce battle, legendary power. He's going to be on Hybrid Saiyan's full power, transformation boost, movie heroes, Goku's family, siblings bond, bottom master and disciple, exploding rage, connecting hope, miraculous awakening, battle of fate, bond of parent and child, earthbred fighters, and superheroes. The list essentially goes on. So, let's check them out. Here we go. And it's going to open up with 18 and Krillin, of course. Alright. For whatever reason, gains his element. I guess it is what it is. Alright, here we go. This is going to be Beast Gohan's animation. Oh, so he just goes Beast. He just enters battle as a Beast. Alright. I can get behind it. I can get behind it. That is crazy. And it's not even a long entrance animation. Like, there are some entrance animations that are just too damn long. That's nice. Sweet to the point. I love it. And these also tend to be at regular speed, so at double speed, it'll just go back. Okay. Alright. So I'm assuming this is the active skill? Looks like it. Yeah, okay. So, all attacks are directed to him. There we go. We saw that with the Part 1 units. There they go. That is insane. So there you guys go. That's all the animations. That's all the translations. Shouts out once again to Goresh for these amazing translations. Dude's an absolute hoss when it comes to that stuff. That's the video. Like, comment, share. We'll be back with the summons when those banners drop. I think tomorrow, but I'll have to update that. So I'll let you guys know when that's happening, and we'll definitely be streaming that like we did last time. So stay tuned.